when I lay down, he goes like this, like this,
Oh,
like this,
okay.
like this, and that's it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. And the purpose in...
there you go.
Instead of understanding why we have these things and how do we get through them, we just run away. I think Monty Python, brave, 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 Sir Robin.
Sound like Men in Tights.
Run away. Run away. No, let's not run away.
Oh, God.
I will survive.
Oh. On my way to work, at a stoplight, cars are waiting, and the car behind me wasn't paying attention, and I had my foot on the brake, and I had it lightly off the brake, so probably the brake light wasn't on in the back, but I had my foot on there, and he turned his head away and put on the gas and hit me behind.
Didn't know it was coming.
No.
Gotcha. Yeah. You remember? What do you remember feeling after that happened? Did you remember?
Well, I had my head was tender for a couple of days, and shoulder, back,
Okay.
hip, pretty much the whole right side.
Okay.
It felt like it had been jammed.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a chiropractor and acupuncturist, and then it eased up. But then a year later, I went to my son's house and I slipped on something in the kitchen.
Okay.
And I went down and I hit the shoulder on a bar stool.
Okay.
And it re-sprained pretty much everything that I had worked on the year before. So that like a re-injure of everything all over again.
The imaging taken either around the accident, after the accident, the MRIs?
Yeah, both. No MRIs, just X-rays.
X-rays. Okay. All right. All right.
Sprained. That's what they said. You're sprained from your foot all the way up to your shoulder, because the pain literally started here and went all the way down.
You miss a lot of soft tissue on X-ray because it's just mainly for bone.
Right.
And dislocated bones or broken bones. Even with MRI, sometimes we miss a lot anyway. But if we're going to get at least an ability to see it, we have to get an MRI.
Right.
I sort of teach a position of confrontation. We want to not keep running away from our problems, but turn around, confront them, and address them. So let me have you stand up for me. Let me look at your posture. Usually we spend more time sitting and rounding forward than we do arching back.
That's
and so
right.
over time our body rounds forward. What that does is it makes parts of our spine get really tight, and parts of our spine then are left to do more because part of our spine is tight. And then we have an injury like a car accident or a fall, and now the parts that are working receive all of the force.
Right.
So the cause is still all the majority of the spine that isn't working. That's a big reason for why we have severe sprains in certain areas, because you don't have your whole team working.
Okay.
So because we don't have, obviously nothing broken, nothing, catastrophic, we're left with just sprains and soft tissue injuries that we're going to go through your spine today. We're going to clean up some stuff and hopefully shine some light on what is the cause and what's been the effect, and give you some ideas of what to do when you get back home,
Okay.
and how to treat this, and then how to guide people in Virginia. Look, I know where my injuries are now. Can we focus on not so big, typically the areas that are hurting, but the areas that are causing those areas to hurt
Right.
more? And we'll go through that. So maybe just start on your back for me.
Okay.
What were they doing? The previous chiropractor? What was?
Oh, I can show you that. When I lay down, he goes like this, like this,
Oh.
like this,
Okay.
like this, and that's it.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. And the purpose in.
There you go. It did well when I was when I had my first injury.
Yeah.
Because obviously he probably alleviated some of my headaches that I was having, because my neck was tight from working at a computer, and that
We're
was
going to go a
it.
little bit more than that.
Okay.
I want you to take one deep breath in. I want you to exhale for me. Let all the air out. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, deep breath in. They move. You did great. Exhale. Let the jaw relax. Let the jaw relax. There you go. All right, deep breath in. Let your jaw open.
Just let the air out, no sound. Just let the air out. There you go.
Oh,
It's okay. Stay there. It's okay. Yeah, we got work to do up there. A lot of tightness there. The alignment of your head to shoulders makes your upper back so tight.
okay.
And we'll try some of that adjustment again later. I wanted to, Ed, I think if you adjusted or massaged me first, my adjustment would go easier. And that might be true, but I wanted to see how tight you were before I massaged you.
Right.
Okay? There's a lot of protection in there. Your body is expecting you to slip and fall or another car to run into you.
Mm-hmm.
And so our body puts up walls and guarding in anticipation for another injury. There you go. I got your head. It's okay. I'm just checking this top guy. There you go. Very good.
Never felt that before.
You did good. You did good.
That's good.
I got your head. It's okay. Everybody walks out of here. Let me hold your head. It's okay. It's
Oh.
okay. I got you. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get it. We'll tight there. It's
Okay.
It's okay. If everything was already
Right.
moving the way I want it to move,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be confused why you have any symptoms. Having these areas that are around the injured areas that are tight is why you're here. This big bump right here, for instance, doesn't belong here. This, get the idea, this isn't supposed to be here. This tightness up here, it builds up over years, and then, like I said, you have injuries that promote the growth of it. We have to confront this. Or if anything, we give pain medications or drugs to help cover up the problems, and instead of understanding why we have these things and how do we get through them, we just run away. I think Monty Python, brave, 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 Sir Robin.
Sound like Men in Tights.
Run away. Run away. No, let's not run away. There we go. Yeah, that's way too tight up here. We'll get it. It's starting to untangle, but some of it is postural tightness.
Uh-huh.
But because you're laying down right now and it's still tight, it tells me that it's also guarding.
Okay.
So the areas holding.
I'm not surprised it's guarding.
Well, it's okay. It's subconscious. It's not your fault. It's,
Right.
it's something that this has to do with things that happen to us and our body. Like for instance, even like one of the most classic ones is shrugging your shoulders. Your
Right.
body will stay with your shoulders shrugged as a guard maneuver. I like watching these like Halloween Horror Nights or just different these scare houses, and they show just the video of the people reacting to whatever's
Right.
scaring them.
Uh-huh.
And almost every single time when someone's scared, they, their shoulders come up,
Absolutely.
eyes get all wide, and so when you receive an injury, it's almost universal how our body responds to it. We shrug our shoulders,
Mhm.
and then our body expects that injury to happen again. So sometimes the shoulders don't ever go back down. Our body never goes back to the position we were in pre-injury. We now stay in this, anticipatory position where our body's saying it might happen again. Let's hold ourselves in defense mode. You mentioned earlier your sinuses, and your sinuses have a lot to do with the drainage down your neck. So all this tightness in your neck, it's okay, you're fine. All the tightness in your neck causes the lymphatic lines, which drain your sinuses, to be stopped up or blocked or crimped. And so you're going to have, nasal drip or just filled maxillary sinuses or frontal sinus headaches. All of that is tied with your posture, with guarding, with tension. And, nobody really says lay on your back and let's rub your neck. And
No, it doesn't.
it doesn't necessarily fit into a bottle, and that's
Uh-huh.
as much as you might. Ed, get in this genie bottle and come back with me. Sorry, there's no bottle of Dr. Ed. Yeah,
Okay.
there's no bottle of. I wish
Oh.
if I could sell that on the internet. Bottle of Dr. Ed. Take this with you, Ed.
That's sells in the
You're right. That's right.
minute.
There you go. All right, you're okay now. Let it out. Breathe in your nose. There you go. Just let your body sink into the table. You're doing great. Can you feel the difference? This side's not as tight. That left side is real tight over there. This side's, I'd say it's tight, but over here, wow. Everybody got it all? Left side tight. Let's all say it together. Left side tight, and then right side abused. So
Okay.
we hurt in the area that's doing extra. So the reason for why your right side is the symptomatic side is that side actually does, let's say 70% of the work. And the left side is doing less than what it's supposed to be doing. And my dad has trained me to find the tightest parts. Those are the parts that are the cause. Your left side being restricted is what's allowing the right side to be the sprained side, the abused side. when in fact actually the left side is what needs to be worked on. The right side simply is being overtaxed. The left side is the cause. Your neck is supposed to be curved. This is the lordosis. Way back here is where your neck belongs. So when I was looking at you from the side, not only is your head forward, but the chest is what we call posterior, towards the back. So we have to do two things. We got to get the chest in and then retract the head back. That's going to reduce a lot of the mechanical tension on your joints and spinal cord. It's like going into a bedroom and there's glass everywhere, right? You don't just
Right.
immediately just walk into the room. You start sweeping as you're walking into the room.
This is good.
You're
This is
cleaning
good.
as you walk into the room, making a path for you then further clean, and then eventually the room's clean, you can reside in it. All right. Okay. All right. Real gentle, it's okay. All right, I got your head. It's okay, it's all right. Everybody walks out of here. Let me have it. Oh, there you go, there you go. All right, there you go, little piece, yeah, you got it. It's okay. You got it, it's okay. There you go, let it go, chin up. There we go, little piece, yeah. You're doing good. You got a little bit there, little tiny little clicks. You did good. Little soft little clicks.
I don't think anything's ever been done that high up in my neck.
Yeah, we're just working on the atlas and axis
Okay.
right up here. Breathe in deep, and just try to exhale and twist. We're just gonna stretch for a second. There you go. Any pain when I do this? You okay?
I'm fine.
There you go. You've lost a lot of range of motion. Your body has said, let's stiffen everything up, breathe, exhale. It's okay, let's have it, it's okay. Same thing, you're doing good. A little better this side, yeah, you twist better this side. There we go. Uh-huh, there it is, yep. Yeah, that, we gotta work on that right hip. So, does that make sense? The brassiere binds up the middle back,
Right.
right? And it's a brace that you've been wearing for decades. And
Yes.
so,
Unfortunately.
so when you had the flip and fall, when you had the car accident, this part of your back was protected, so it didn't get injured. That makes sense? This part
Right.
of your back was guarded already from an external brace, and it left your lower back open to receiving a punch.
Okay.
And Ed, how can you help my lower back? Well, we're going to try to transfer some of the mechanical stress that your lower back has been having. We're going to move it up to your middle back. The pain sensation that goes down your leg is because the nerves that go down your leg, the sciatic nerve essentially supplies about 75% of your leg, is made up of wires that leave your lower back.
Right.
So when the lower back is stressed, the nerves that leave the lower back get inflamed. That creates sensation down your leg, pain, hip issues. It'll become, and I feel like I got tightness in my leg. I feel like my leg feels heavy. All sorts of odd symptoms can happen because of nerve pressure. Organ dysfunction, even the health of your uterus, the health of your, colon, bladder, organs, all are subservient to the nervous system. So that's where I'm trying to lead to my talk, which is that your spinal health is your health. That
Right.
our world separates the two and says you go to your chiropractor for your spinal health and you go to your cardiologist for your heart health. And I go, well, the nervous system is what controls the heart.
Right.
And if your spinal column, which houses your nervous system, is inflamed, then how could you expect your heart to be? So part of that's what the form was. All those questions at the bottom is
Right.
like me looking at you from a big picture.
Right.
Oh yeah, Ed, I have high blood pressure. Oh yeah, I don't digest food very well. Or oh yeah, Ed, my kidneys aren't working properly. Does that make sense?
Right, right.
Why are you asking about my kidneys, Ed? I'm here for my hip pain and
Right,
lower
right.
back. Why are you asking me about my? Because it's a big picture, right?
Right.
It's telling me a story of, is your nervous system upset in more than just a couple little spinal nerves and some joints, right? Even when you were being built, your nervous system came first. We call it the notochord, is your embryonic spinal cord. And then off that, all your nerves were formed. And then off the nerves formed your organs. So it actually changed pretty quickly. The left side, when I worked on it, again, this goes back to what I was saying earlier, that I don't think a lot of this is that old. These I think happened, like you said, what you're telling me, Ed, I had a car accident and a fall, and at least a lot of the surface injuries I'm seeing so far shouldn't take too long to get down. And then eventually, as we sift through the surface stuff, we'll run into the things that are deeper.
Okay.
This is where you got to move down to Sarasota for a month, and
I know.
I'm just let me
work through all these stains like a carpet cleaner. We have the newer stains, and then, oh, here's the old one. Oh boy, here's the king daddy of them all right here. Yeah, right there. Okay, and so before Mr. Borderline pet you, had you seen another chiropractor, or was that his?
No,
that was their
the
first
one-
experience.
Mhm.
Okay, all right, I got you. Gotcha. Well, we're going to the exact opposite now. Went from nice soft touch to being beat up by Dr. Ed. Okay.
Hey, where is it?
I think I read this way.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh. All right.
I had some cupping done there.
Okay. All right. Hey. Okay. Somebody was trying something. That's good.
Yeah, that
Right.
was my acupuncturist.
Excellent.
And
Okay.
she's a licensed Chinese doctor,
Good.
so I go to her to get some mental relief along with some physical.
There we go. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. All right. There you go. Make you a little taller. There you go. Open up that lower back a little bit. Okay, take a break. Ooh, no. This is the roots of your neck here. Trying to stand the tree upright, but we also have to push the roots down. There you go.
It was the first time I felt that.
Oh my. Yeah, right there, yeah.
Jesus.
Yep. That's I can see why they're putting cupping up here. They were trying to pull some of the soreness out of here. Mm-hmm. All right. That's what they're trying to draw out with the cupping. Right there. That's the epicenter. Rotator cuff. Roots. trying to speed up that replacement rate. Your body almost sequesters off areas, locks them down, and it's my job to open all the doors and shine a spotlight in those areas and get your body to start fixing and repairing and replacing all the things that have been ignored. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Make these devices to try to hold our body upright, but they'd be silly because you can't actually bring your shoulder blade back because of all this
Right.
tightness and inflammation, the ribs being popped up. We have to actually compress all of this to give there room to make room for your
Right.
shoulder to actually be where it's supposed to be. So all of this tightness and inflammation here is actually what's pushing and rounding your shoulders forward, which
Right.
then creates all that soreness that you're feeling
Oh.
in your rotator cuff, in your so supraspinatus, infraspinatus. This is called the spine of the scapula. The super means above, so the muscle that's above the spine, infra below. So there's two muscles here that are, yeah, just real Homer Jesus muscles.
Oh, geez.
Oh my, why are they so tense? They're so sore because of the posture. So this is where you can get lost in Massageville, where we make them feel better a few days, but because the posture, because the shoulders are rounded forward,
Right.
it just feels better temporarily. So what's the first step in fixing this? We have to draw the shoulders back. We have to push the chest in. That's part of the adjustment. And then at the end of your visit, we're going to show you some of the beginner ways to actually start pushing in the upper back. Yeah, right there. Wow. All right. Let's just... And there. I don't think it exists over here. Yeah. It's smooth. Can you feel the difference? Feel that smooth all the way down. And I got a cliff edge. So this is the counter coup of the left upper, right lower. This is what is the beginning of what irritates the sciatic nerve and starts to sensitize the tissue. It's a quadratus lumborum attachment. It's just everything's in guard. Wow. That's about as obvious. There's just nothing. Feel the difference, right? There's just nothing contracted over here. Usually name these after old boyfriends. You know. Yeah, little Timmy lives in here. Broke my heart when he was a teenager. Right there, he's forming permanent residence in your back.
Oh my goodness.
Living rent free. Right there. Sometimes we call them pains in the butt. You know. Sometimes they're hard in the butt though, right up here.
Yes.
Right there, it's where it resides. The show's for children, Ed.
Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it's.
Oh.
Nobody's found this for you, right?
No.
Nobody found
No,
this
you're
giant,
the first one.
giant tangle in your poor right side of your lower back. Oh, man.
You're my first doctor.
Aw. We'll fix it.
Oh
Just gotta-
my goodness.
First way to solve a problem is to identify it, right? First
Yes.
way is to put up signs and draw arrows and go, look, you need to find some. If they can't feel the difference between this and that,
Oh my God.
we're in trouble. It is not a small difference. It shouldn't take much skill to feel that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
like I can't stand no more than like 15 minutes
Sure,
in
sure,
one place at one time.
sure.
Then I just stop rocking back and forth.
Yep. Yep. Well, I don't, because once you start going into this, your body's going to try to run away.
Oh yeah.
There's a,
Oh.
all right.
Mm.
We got to take it to the edge, and then we back off a little bit. That's the
Okay, that's okay.
That's what
That's
we're trying to do.
okay.
We have to process all of this.
Oh.
You're doing great.
Oh.
You're doing great.
Oh. God. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Right there, yep. Immediate contractions. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. All right.
Mm. Oh, gee. Oh, my God.
Yep.
Oh. Oh.
Take it from the top and sweep it up the sides.
Oh. Oh, Jesus.
It's okay. Good. 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 A little bit. Good. 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 All right. There we go. It's okay, I got you. There you go. Yeah, a little movement, yeah. There you go. Yeah. Okay, all right. Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh. Didn't think I could move, Ed. There you go, yeah, a little bit. I got you. Good, okay.
My
Upper back.
upper back doesn't feel as pulled.
Yeah.
Before I had like a pull that
Uh-huh.
would start on this
Oh, my
side and go all the way down, and I would have a trigger finger.
If that ever happens, work right in here. These little tendons get
caught on each other, like right there, probably right here.
Mhm.
That's where it's dried up. This is okay, right there. That's where it's going to catch. The tendons are wrapped in a sheath, and then when you bend your fingers, they catch on each other. That's what keeps your finger stuck, and then you have to like pry it open
Right.
again. Nerves in your lower neck control the replacement of these tendons. So as the nerve in your neck gets upset, this doesn't get the maintenance it requires, and then it falls apart and becomes lubrication essentially to the tendon is supplied by the nerve.
Okay.
Check your ear. Yeah. There we go. You definitely didn't do this, Ed. Tilt your head to the right a little bit for me. Okay, almost there. I got you. Maybe a little bit. Tilt your head to the right. A little bit. Okay, good. Good. There we go. Tilt your head left. Okay, it's okay. I got really hard. There we go. No, that's good. Yeah. If you can try to keep them up here, if that's too much discomfort, work on these other angles. So watch me for a second. You have them here, and all these angles have to be
Okay.
worked on, okay?
Okay.
So you're trying to let your arms go to the side, like you can just work on like a cross, like just let them just lay to the side. Trying to stretch your shoulders back. That makes sense? Trying to open up the chest, stretch the pec. Let your chest come forward, let your shoulders retract back. And then we're using this as a lever to bend you over so we can give you space to go into. I have about this much material behind your head, so if I don't have the books here, your head would just be floating, and it might
It's
be,
like 10 inches or something?
well, maybe 6,
6.
right?
Okay.
So maybe, and you just have, but you have to put something behind your head so that my goal is to not overwhelm you. And if you
Right.
have your head just floating, it's gonna maybe become overwhelming and you have to get off. The goal is time, so we gotta work on you enough that, and we're doing this a little bit early. Usually I do a handful of visits. I wanted to give you a preview of this a little bit so that you know what to do, but the goal is sometimes a couple hours of time on the table, and then we're ready to start stretching.
Okay.
The stretching is what's going to give you a longer permanency and not so much of a need to constantly have so much 3 times a week the rest of your life care.
Right.
It's really not good if that's what's been told to you. It's kind of, you've had kind of frequent
Somewhat,
care like
yeah.
that. Okay, so it's my idea is more of a, you're here every day, every other day for about 3 hours, 8 sessions or so, and then your need to come in goes down, and you're doing your own work at home. It shouldn't be a constant need for me to be the one keeping your posture correct. It's really not actually possible. What's actually possible is that you have to be taught how to stretch your own spine, and when your back is so inflamed or sore and bruised like that, you're not going to want to do it. It's
Right.
too painful. I can't, and I can't actually do more than 5 minutes. And so that's where they kind of work together. The adjustment and the stretching move us up this ladder of improving our posture. It's actually the front side of your body that has to stretch open. There's ligaments on the front that have to open up. The chest all has to open up. And sometimes you might say, Ed, my ribs are sore on the front. My chest is starting to get sore. And that's all having to open up to allow your head to retract back. The chest has to come in. Okay. Your body, when you're walking even, keeping your weight back on your heels, you try to avoid the desire to round forward. That's where the sitting, if you sit for many hours, when you stand up, your body retains. When you're sitting, you're not just allowing your body to round forward. You want to have something behind your back when you're in your flight and when you're, roll up towel, anything, so that you keep some semblance of pressure and curve in your back, and not just,
Okay. It's hard to sit on the plane and have a slump because you got 2 people sitting beside you.
And they got your old boat.
Yeah, they got me like this.
Oh, man.
So I'm sitting like this the whole time, flying here.
Just put something behind your back.
Okay.
Don't, middle back, bra strap, middle back area, keep some pressure in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
You did great. Appreciate it.
So much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.